Hello there, it's me, Lamer Gamer. Hope you're all doing well. Now today's Sea of Thieves guide is the tool tale on the Seabound Soul. Now in this guide you're going to find out how to complete the tool 100%. You're also going to find the locations to all the journals. In addition to those 2 points, there are 3 Ashen Artefacts you need to dig up. So I'm going to be showing you exactly where to find those as well. Now don't forget, I've done a tool tale guide for all of the tool tales for Sea of Thieves so far. So if you want to find out how to complete any of the others 100%, head on over there. And if you do like this video and find it useful, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also click the little bell so you get a notification every time I post a new video. I also stream regularly on Twitch, so sail on over there and catch me sailing the seas live. Also, if you have any questions, don't forget to pop them in the comments. And if you do have different islands, don't worry, I've got you covered as well. They'll be in the description of the video below. I'm also a member of the Sea of Thieves creator crew, so head on over there and see what other content I've posted as well. Now, let's set sail. So today we're taking on the Seabound Soul, which is a tool tale that you don't need to be an outpost to begin. To begin this tool tale, head over to the Shipwreck in Shipwreck Bay. You can find the Shipwreck off of the south by southeast side of the island. You then need to vote for the tool tale by heading up into the Black Witch and voting on the tool tale journal that is on the table. Once you've done this, Arthur Pendragon will appear from a painting hung on the wall.
I recognize a fellow pirate when I see them.
Once he's given you the introduction to the tool tale, you'll be given a lantern and a journal. Read through the journal entries and look out of the door to the right of the entrance to the captain's quarters. There you will see 3 ghost ships fighting, and it is this direction you need to head. So jump in your boat and sail towards them. When you get close to those boats, they will disappear and a new set of ships will appear. It is this formula you need to rinse and repeat throughout the whole of this tool tale. You will eventually end up at an island with a shipwreck. When you get to the ship, dive below and use the lantern to illuminate the ghost memories. You have to search the shipwreck for the captain's skull. Now I found the captain below the back right hand side of this boat, but they do spawn in different places. Once you've seen where the captain sinks to the bottom of the sea, collect the skull and return to the surface. Once at the surface, swim over to Arthur Pendragon and give him the captain's soul, so he may release it and you can continue the tool tale. After the released spirit of Martha Jane has finished talking, you will receive several additional pages for the journal, one of which shows the drawing of an island. In this case we had Kraken's Fall. Once at Kraken's Fall, you have to look around for another set of ghost ships on the horizon. I've noticed that the ghost ships don't actually spawn until you are at the island. Once again, follow these ghost ships as they disappear until you find another island with a shipwreck on it. This time, you want to head onto the island itself to look for the skull. Use the lantern given to you in the quest to retrace the steps of our fallen comrade and captain. And dig where he takes his last breath. Upon digging you should receive his skull, and once again, when you have the skull in your hands, return it to Pendragon and he will release the spirit. The captain's spirit will tell you more about the Ashen Dragon as well as give you a new page to your quest journal. This time it shows an island in the centre of a map that you have to identify. In this case for us it was Brimstone Rock. After I'd sailed to Brimstone Rock, the ghost ships appeared on the horizon again, which I had to follow to Flintlock Peninsula. Once on the shores of the final island, in this case Flintlock Peninsula, I stood on the west by southwest bank and raised the lantern high. There I was able to trace the footsteps of some skeletons and a captain carrying a coffin. Follow the footsteps all the way to a secret cave on the island. Once at the cave you will realise the door is blocked, but don't worry, Pendragon is around to give you some assistance.
Wait here a moment.
Once the door is opened, carry on into the tomb and open the sarcophagus. Take the ancient skull and leave the tomb. Once you've passed the entrance to the tomb, I would suggest putting the skull down on the floor, as you're about to fight a couple of skeletons. And it's hard to do that with one hand. Also, Sea of Thieves doesn't let you fight whilst holding an item. Once you've beaten all the skeletons, head on outside and yes, you guessed it, once again Pendragon is there ready to set the soul free. Spoiler alert, it doesn't quite go to plan and you end up releasing the most feared pirate on the seas. But you didn't know that. But in releasing Flameheart you have completed this tall tale. So there you have it, you've completed the tall tale and you've released Flameheart. Good going you! Oops. So to complete this tall tale 100% you're going to need to look for the journals. And we've got that coming up next. Now don't forget, to spawn the journals you need to have started the tall tale first, otherwise if you do find them by some miracle, they aren't going to count towards your commendation for collecting them all. Start the tall tale and follow this video. The 5 tall tale journals can be found at the following islands: Shipwreck Bay, Shiver Retreat, Liar's Backbone, Scorched Pass and Flintlock Peninsula. The first journal can be found at Shipwreck Bay in the same room you begin the tall tale. All you have to do is turn around and look on top of a bunch of crates.
Oh, just a moment.
The second journal at Shiver Retreat can be found on top of some barrels in the centre of the island. The third journal, located at Liar's Backbone, can be found at the top of the island underneath the old dead tree. The fourth journal at Scorched Pass, you have to be careful not to be killed by the island itself as it has a tendency to explode lots. It can be found off the southeast side of the island between some trees. And the fifth journal at Flintlock Peninsula can be found southwest of the brazier on the northeast side of the island amongst some barrels. Now we've completed the tall tale and we've also found all the journals, we have a third piece to do, which is to find the 3 Ashen Artefacts. But guess what? You need to start the tall tale again, or at least do it on the same run you're doing the other 2 parts in, to have the Ashen Artefact spawn. Otherwise you'll sail to the islands, you'll dig in the right spot, and there'll be nothing for you to collect. So start the tall tale first, and then follow this video again. To find the Ashen Artifacts, you're going to need to sail to Cursewater Shores, Cinder Islet. Now is that Cinder Islet? Islet? Isle? Anyway, and Tryrock Isle. Once at the island, you need to use your lantern to locate the dig spot, which will be shown with a skeleton holding a shovel. The dig spot at Cursewater Shores can be found on the north side of the central pool. Use your lantern and you can find the dig spot quite easily. Once again, be careful of the geysers because they'll throw you about if they give you the chance. The Ashen Artefact at Cinder Islet can be found off of the east side of the island amongst some of the geysers there. Just be careful as you do tend to get thrown up in the air a lot, as you can see here. The third and final Ashen Artefact at Tri-Rock Isle can be found in the centre of the island by the giant rock. Luckily this time there were no geysers to throw me in the sky. And there you have it, you've completed the Tall Tale 100%. If you complete it 3 times, you'll get the commendation for doing so, and work your way one step closer to that Gold Hoarder's curse. Now if you did find this video useful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the little bell so you get a notification every time I post a new video. I also stream regularly on Twitch, so if you have any questions feel free to pop into chat and ask me questions there, or leave them in the comments below. You can also find me on all the other relevant social media links. But in the meantime, you take care, have a great time on the seas, and I'll see you online. Cheers!